Hello YouTube, it's DrunkMonk74 here, and I am bringing you my first gameplay recording in a long time, and I will come to that in a second. Just real quick here at the start, we've got a bit of Operation Locker gameplay in the background. The video's got nothing to do with that, it's just there just to hopefully keep you amused while I try and send you to sleep. And you know, there's good, there's bad. You know, it starts off alright, it goes rapidly downhill in the middle, and then it sort of seems my gameplay seems to pick up towards the end. So hopefully there's plenty for you to laugh at and you know and judge. Possibly one or two things you might be able to pick up. Yeah, I'm playing support. It's the PKP. Love the gun, love the setup. I just seem to do really well with it. So anyway, this video. So it's been a long time since I've done videos, and you know, a lot of it has got to do with the fact that I've got a job, unfortunately, a proper sort of 9-to-5 job. You know, a wife, a family, friends, real life stuff. You know that takes place. So I can't do this full time as much as I want to. So my time is really limited, and I bring that up. I know I've mentioned it in other videos, but I bring it up now because it's very important to what this video is all about, and that's about recordings and what I'm looking for. So when I record gameplay, one of the major things I need from the software that I use is the ability to record multiple audio tracks, and there's only one real reason for that, is because I want the flexibility to use the gameplay that I'm recording how I want to use it. And you know, a lot of that has got to do with my lack of time. So for example, you know, when you do say a weapon review, you don't want all your, you know, if you game with friends or with a clan or anyone, you don't want all your TeamSpeak chatter in there. You don't need your mic, what you're saying in there. All literally you want is the action and the in-game audio. That's all you want. But on the flip side, if you do say something like a squad tactics video, you know, you're going to want all that comms. You're going to want all the chatter for TeamSpeak, your mic, all that sort of stuff. So you know, people get the idea of how you communicate. So you know, and the other thing is also you may want to record at 60 FPS. Now I record at, you know, my in-game settings, everything game-wise is all sort of like medium. I think the mesh is ultra and the textures are high, and that's it. Everything else is on medium. 1920 by 1080 is the resolution, and I record at 60 FPS. Now I record at 60 FPS in case I want to use any other video to do a bit of slow-mo stuff. I don't often do it, but I want to have the choice. Again, you know, it all comes down to the fact that my gaming time is very limited. I can't game as much as I'd want to in any way, shape or form. So the gameplay I do record, I want to have that flexibility to use as I want, whether that be, you know, a weapon review, you know, a type of squad based sort of review, or any slow-mos, whatever it is. I want to be able to use the videos that I record in my own time how I want to record them. I don't want to have to keep on recording videos for different scenarios or different types of videos I'm trying to make. So that's where I'm coming from. That's why I'm looking for a bit of software that's going to do all of this for me. Now, the only bit of software I knew to date that did anything like that was DxTory. So, and when I first started making videos, that's what I used. I used DxTory, and it was great. You know, you've got all these different codecs you can use. Lagorith, X264, didn't matter. You know, there's lots of videos, lots of advice out there by people telling you what stuff you should be using, what's the best, what's the best for basically as little impact to you in-game FPS along with file size. Now the in-game FPS, more than anything else, more than file size, is important to me, and the reason for that again is you know, I've got a 144 Hz monitor, so I want to make use of it. So I try and get my in-game FPS up to 144 and keep it nice and steady up there. Part of the reason, well, the major reason why I game at with medium settings, mostly with the odd ultra and high thrown in, is because I want that to be right up there. The reason is I don't want screen tearing. I don't have enough money, unfortunately, for a G-Sync monitor, so that's not an option, and V-Sync just seems to cause me too much input lag. So again, you know, I need to keep my FPS steady. I need to keep it up near 144 so I don't suffer screen tearing. So you know, it's another thing I'm looking from software, is to have as little impact on my in-game FPS as possible. And DX Tory, it was okay. I didn't think it was too bad until I started using ShadowPlay. And when you use ShadowPlay, oh my lord, the in-game FPS is literally 1, possibly 2 frames. That's it. That's all I seem to lose in-game. Nothing more than that. It's absolutely fantastic. The problem with ShadowPlay is that it doesn't split audio how I want it to. In fact, it will record your mic and it will record your in-game audio, but in-game audio will also include your TeamSpeak, and it will dump it all into one audio file. So it kind of makes it really tricky to use the videos that I make how I want to use them. So I started looking around and I found something called plea. Now plea seems to have all the answers. It not only its major attraction for me was unlike DX Tory, it allowed you to use nVidia's codec. So you'd expect the same low in-game drop in FPS and the same quality and versus small file size. It also allows you to split your audio just like DX Tory. In fact, you can have up to 16 different channels, audio tracks. Sorry, it records up to 16 different audio tracks. It also has a much nicer GUI than DX Tory, a proper sort of. It seems they've done a Windows 8 type GUI on it, and you can also have it set so it starts up with Windows and starts minimized, so you've never forgotten to start it, and all you got to do when you start gaming is you just got to remember to press the record button. That's it, and it seemed to have all the answers for me. It seemed to be the absolute perfect middle ground. The problem was it wasn't, unfortunately. In-game FPS was quite high, up there with DX Tory, if not a little bit more, and it didn't matter what codec you were using. It seemed to have a major problem with in-game FPS. I'd read a lot of reviews beforehand. People were saying they were good for support, they were good for keeping things up to date and updates. Unfortunately, something seems to have slipped. They've only just recently, in middle of December, released an update to Playclaw 5.1 now. You can download, which I have tried, and it won't even start. It literally just won't even start. So. And support is probably more or less non-existent. You go on there, it looks like there's a couple of guys on there who answer forum posts, but they're really slow in reacting, at least on the English side of the forums. It's I think it's created by some Russians, and the Russian side I don't really go onto too much, but from the English side of the forums perspective, definitely seems quite slow in their reaction times. So it was just, and the other thing about Playclaw is it's not just a one-off payment. So for me, you can buy Playclaw either through Steam or from this website. I bought it from the website, so I bought the license off there, and the license that entitles me to all minor updates. So going from say Playclaw 5 to Playclaw 5.1 was free for me, but say for example if they went from Playclaw 5 to say Playclaw 6, that would be classed as a major update, and you'd have to pay for your license again. So you can see, and again, I don't mind if I have to do that if I think the software is worth it, and by that I mean the actual quality it produces and support. And unfortunately, currently, no, it's just not good enough. I don't think it's good enough. So I kind of had to knock that on the head, and I'm back to square one. I really am. I'm back to square one. It did not matter what I was doing with DX Tory or with Playclaw, or indeed any other bit of software I tried. I tried everything else, seems like everything else. Action, Loilo or something, L-O-I-L-O, I think the software was called that. There was so many bits of software I tried. I went around, I had a look, I tried loads of different bits of software. Some were even fantastic to give you completely free trial, so you can make sure that you know what you're getting, and it does exactly what you want. There is literally nothing out there that compares quality-wise, file size-wise, and the absolutely low impact to in-game FPS as ShadowPlay. And really that brings me almost to the end of this video, and really what this video is all about. It's a long way of getting there, but you know, I wanted to make all those other points because a lot of people say if I just came straight out to this point, a lot of people try DX tutorial, no, try play claw, try anything else. You know, that's the point I want to make beforehand, is I have tried more or less every other bit of recording software out there, and I cannot find one that has the quality. I mean, you know, if I recorded 20 minutes of gameplay with play claw, with DX tutorial, and my file sizes were coming out to around somewhere between 25 to 30 gig. When I record the same length with ShadowPlay, it's about 6 gig. It's unbelievable, really is unbelievable in how it creates. And no matter what, the quality of uploading, when you upload to YouTube, ShadowPlay by far wins hands down. So the end of this video is a plea to nVidia. Please, please, please deliver on your promise. Let us know what's happening. Get those multiple audio tracks out ASAP. But for now, that's me. I'm done. I'm out of here. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will catch you next time. Cheers.